How's it going, guys? Billy Pinckney here, along with a few members of the Sussex County Miners for this segment of Dugout Talk. All right, we're here with Chuck Taylor right after BP. We're all working a sweat here from Arlington, Texas. Talk about growing up in Texas playing baseball. It's a great state for baseball. A lot of great guys come out of there. What was your experience like there?
It was cool. I grew up a pretty big multi-sport athlete, so it was always football and baseball. From one end, the other one started, you know. So I grew up with a lot of my team. Growing up was pretty good. We had a couple guys get drafted as we got older, you know. So it was always competitive growing up everywhere we went.
Right. Now, playing football, too, the training regimen, what was that like for you? How were you able to train for both sports?
I mean, if you train for football, you're ready for anything.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. Football makes you an athlete, so if you train like you're a football player, I feel like you can play any sport.
Right. Fourth rounder by the D-backs. Was it a tough decision to accept that offer instead of going to college, or was that where you focus on playing pro ball?
No, we thought about it for a little bit, but I mean, at the time, me and my family thought, it was something that we can't really just pass up. You know? We got to take that opportunity and just roll with it. Family was with it, so now here we are.
There we go. Now you're a switch hitter, so talk about when that started. Was that something that you always felt comfortable with early in your playing days, or that kind of evolved as you went on?
I batted righty growing up
until
like my sophomore year of high school. My dad was just like, "Hey, you can't throw left and be right. You got to do something," you know. So he said, just switch, you know. And my baseball team in high school wasn't the best, so it was easy to work on it. And I just picked it up kind of good, and just here we are again. You know?
They made up the AAA ball this year, playing in Indy ball for the Sussex County Miners, hitting really well. Talk about how you've been able to get into that groove this year.
It's been just hitting. Hit is hard, a lot of work. I ain't just getting up, coming in and hitting. You know, I started off kind of slow. You know, just filling stuff out. You know, tweaking something here, tweaking something every day. You got to tweak something. It's a game of adjustment. So, every day you just got to stay on top of it. Have your cues. You know what I'm saying? And your cues switch up as the season go on. You know, it's just you got to keep adjusting. If they adjust and they pitching you just a certain way, you got to adjust off that and be better. You know, so it's just every day the grind, every day of work coming in, knowing what you're supposed to do.
Right. Now, I remember earlier in the year you were hitting to a lot of hard luck, a lot of line drives, hard hit balls right at people. There's a lot of kids out there who, after some of those at-bats, kind of get discouraged that they're not, getting on base and getting hits, and their average isn't going up, it's only going down. And what would you say to those kids who are maybe hitting it to some hard luck?
If you barrel the ball, you won that at-bat. You know, it's all about winning at-bats, walks, hard hits. You can't control it once you put that barrel on it. It might go right at somebody, it might not. That's just the name of the game. But to me, you win that one. You barrel it, come back in, get your dap, and be cool with it. But hitting's hard enough. Put that much pressure where you got to get a hit every time. That's hard to do. So if you barrel it, I take it as a win.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, we're now here with Jalen Miller, right-hander with the Sussex County Miners. Appreciate you coming on. You were born in Italy, right?
Yes, sir.
Now talk about growing up. Did you grow up there for a while, or did you move over here?
Honestly, I probably just said my first words. You learn how to use the bathroom over there. Probably 3-4 years old. And then Virginia Beach, Fort Knox, Kentucky, Henderson, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, St. Louis, and so forth.
Right.
But born in Vicenza, Italy.
You also played a little bit in Colombia, right? Past year?
Yes, this winter, yeah.
Okay. David Holmberg was one of your teammates, right? Yeah, I interviewed him a few years ago.
Okay, David after dark.
Yeah. You won a championship too?
Yes, we did.
Love it. What was that experience like playing in a different country there?
If it was fans, it'd probably have been probably my best experience overall.
Right.
But the passion that other countries carry is more almost close to life and death as sort of a sport. So just being a part of that, and that's my first ever championship in the game of baseball and sports besides AAU basketball. So it's pretty impactful for me in my career personally. So.
Yeah, you see that a lot in Mexico and these other countries where the fans they're into it. That's what they have there.
And that was the Caribbean World Series. We won that one too and got to experience that, and it's pretty humbling experience as well.
That's awesome. Now this year, one of your best years probably, I would say, at ERA below 1.
Yes.
Talk about what's been working for you and how you've been feeling on the mound.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Just trying to repeat most of my work that I keep doing, the gym, for recovery more so, and just like getting off the slope itself and just finding a release point for me is just not worrying about things I can't even control. So I'm here, I'm gonna give my best now and here and stop trying. So
Yeah.
that's basically about it. And Bobby makes it a lot easier for me to just be myself. So
Right.
it's pretty good.
You've been topping at 95, right? I think this year. I think yesterday.
I have no
95,
idea,
yeah.
man. I just try to make sure the ball is faster than the guy can swing. So that's about it.
Now we got a ball right here. Would you be able to show
okay.
some of those grips?
Sure. I mean, I'm pretty standard. I got like a basic like 4-seam that I just sometimes twirl between these two sides.
Right.
I throw this sometimes just to get in on people's hands, and I don't. Sometimes it's 4-seam, sometimes it cuts, and I try to throw a curveball like that I call a snapdragon, because it usually just snaps into the dirt. And then probably my most profound off speed is just like a basic changeup, and it don't matter how I hold the ball or the seams or anything, as long as I just get my ring finger and thumb lined up and get to my fastball release point is pretty good.
Yeah. Do you like to pronate on the changeup?
Well, I mean, throwing the ball naturally, you just pronate already, but yeah, I could add a little
bit
extra.
more.
And I like to call it like thinking like parachutes away from the hitter's bat.
Right. And then that 2-seam, I'm sure, then tails into the righty there.
Definitely. Like I said, most of the time I'm just trying to compete past the person, like make my stuff that better than their best swing. So
It's all about the mentality.
yeah, definitely. And younger, I had no idea about like the mental side existing as you play. So that's about it.
Love it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
All right, guys, we're here with Michael Mediavilla of the Sussex County Miners, closer, having a great season so far this year. He grew up in Florida, great state also for players to develop, and obviously with the weather all year round. Talk about growing up there and your developmental stages in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing baseball all year round. I mean, it's great baseball, great competition growing up. So, I mean, you're kind of just getting into it, just always finding a rhythm, always practicing, always able to train. I mean, even if it's rainy, you've got a bunch of indoor facilities. So, I mean, it's a great place to grow up, and that's why so many great ball players come out of there.
Right. University of Miami, great school. Talk about your experience playing there.
It was awesome. I mean, I learned so much from the great coaches there and the great staff, and I mean, it's a great baseball, ACC. I mean, it was just an unbelievable experience that, I mean, I'll forever cherish.
You're also with the Brewers organization for a little bit. Talk about their organization, what kind of experience you had with their system.
It was good. I mean, I got in, they picked me up after a tough year with UM, and I mean, it was awesome. I always thank them for everything. They gave me a great opportunity. I got a couple good seasons in with them. And I mean, they're a great organization. I mean, the way they handle things, they take care of us. I mean, it was a great fit.
Now, your ERA in professional baseball is around .72. What do you attribute your success to?
Just mentality and like understanding that like it's business every day. You step in between these lines and between this field. Like, I mean, I get paid to play a great game of baseball, and like you just got to remember that I mean, it's a job at the same time, and you just got to have fun, enjoy the process, and stick with it. And I mean, credit to my dad, my parents. I mean, they're hardworking people, and they kind of just brought it onto me where I understand that I got to work hard to be good at this.
Right. Now we have a ball right here. Would you be able to take us through some of your pitches and your grips?
Yeah. So this right here will be the fastball. Just basically, it just always had some cutting action, so I've always just stuck with the fastball right here. Then I got the curveball.
Spike curve.
Yeah. Then I got the slider right here, and then I got the changeup right here.
Beautiful. Now, do you ever see your curveball and slider kind of mesh? Was it tough to distinct the two for you?
No, not really. I mean, I've always had the curveball. It's always been a little slight more inconsistent. Then I learned the slider, and it's always been more of a pitch that I've kind of been able to throw more for strikes as of late, and like towards like now in the professional side of my career. So I've just stuck with the slider. I mean, it has the same movement. Sometimes it'll get some more curveball action, but I mean, as long as it does its job and like I can throw for strikes, and and get my outs, like, I mean, I continue just to throw it and just trust it's going to do what it needs to do.
Appreciate it.